Macy's, who just spoke at the release of the annual State of Logistics report. Jeffrey, how is the unsettled economy affecting inventory management at Macy's right now?
Quite simply, the volatility, if you will, and the unknown of what consumers are going to buy based upon the cost of food, the cost of transportation, and prospects for their income growth has forced us to be more intelligent about what we order, where we place it, and how we leverage it. So we have incorporated a number of publicized approaches, one being My Macy's, where we have localized assortments based upon the community in which we do business to ensure that we have what is most likely to be the merchandise that that community wants to buy. And then secondly, supporting that with our omni-channel strategy, which allows us to maximize inventory in any one of our channels, whether it be direct to consumer, whether it be in the stores, whether it be directly from vendor partners, to allow us to fulfill the needs of our customers from existing inventory without having to essentially purchase more inventory than we otherwise would want through the traditional inefficient practices of linear channel management.
Tell us a little bit more about the omni-channel management for logistics.
Sure. So in omni-channel, what we're looking at is we've enjoyed tremendous growth and continue to have tremendous growth within the direct-to-consumer channel. And because of that, it's become a much more significant portion of our business and our ordering and our inventory levels. So what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to appeal to the customer wherever she is. We want her to be able to purchase using a mobile device, using the internet, or shopping in our stores, and knowing that wherever she's interested in making that purchase from, whatever's comfortable to her, that we're going to be able to leverage that inventory that we have. So omni-channel basically allows us to leverage our footprint, our inventory management and fulfillment systems, and transportation options that we have to be able to get whatever the good is that the consumer wants to purchase into their hands in the most convenient, cost-effective way.
So recognition of the changing nature of retail sales.
Absolutely, absolutely, without a doubt. The success, I think, in the future for retailers, and it certainly comes from being able to be customer focused and being able to respond to that demand wherever it is, and using what you have to do it.
What is Macy's doing with DC Bypass?
Sure. So Macy's is participating, or really is leveraging, if you will, this new initiative in DC Bypass, both in our industry support through organizations like VIX, as well as directly in our own pilot programs and our own relationships with vendor partners. And the premise of DC Bypass is to try to identify the types of orders that we can transform, if you will, into final presentation form as early in the supply chain as possible, eliminating the unnecessary transportation potentially to inland domestic distribution centers, eliminating the need for that product to be handled and those orders to be fulfilled and then essentially turned around, put in a truck, and sent back to the coast from which they came. The opportunity at Macy's to date has been barely even touched upon, but we've already been able to identify millions of dollars of savings that we're able to put into the price of the good that we can pass along to the consumer, and we're doing that in collaboration with our vendor partners because we're collectively working together to eliminate costs that neither one of us needs to bear, as opposed to a more traditional negotiation of price and somebody having to win and somebody having to lose.
So in some cases you're working with vendors on inventory that has not even come into your possession yet.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're starting all the way back at the point of identifying programs, whether they be seasonal orders or promotional orders, and we're changing some of the practices in terms of how we place those orders. We're working very closely in alignment with between our supply chain organization, our merchant organization, and our IT organization with our counterparts, if you will, at our vendor partners, to try to make really essentially slight modifications, a lot of it to the technology side, to be able to support this type of an opportunity where both parties can win.